Good afternoon, all you fabulous people. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Tuesday. Um, Sorry, I was out last week on vacation. There was no video to be made. I was traveling, so it was hard to do anything. Anyway, market has changed quite a bit. Without further ado, code JCH gets you a free month of $5 collection premium. Sub count went down to 726. Oh no. Looking to boost that number up as always. Anyway, Emperor of Drakai Marvel is up to 675. Off like no news, no sales. This guy, I think the only thing I can think of is Skirmish season's kind of coming up, so maybe this is going up because of that. But I think he pretty much got neutered in Skirmish due to no Stormstriders. There might be a dagger build out there for him though, but I think if you're going to run the dagger build, you just run Fang. But anyway, Seismic Surge, the Cold Foil prize wall promo is up to 145. I would proceed with caution on these because the Marvel Seismic Surges are coming in Guardian Mastery Pack in like what, less than a month. So, and those look so much better than this. But the OG art has some prestige. Gauntlets of Iron Will Cold Foil up to $83 basically for the Cold Foil. Last sold was like 40. Some people got some deals last week on those. $40 for the cold foil. If they're actually cold foil, was an absolute steal because that's under the rainbow foil. Great Guardian arms, not much to say there. Redwood Hammer. Also, I think because Skirmish is coming up, Terra is really good in Blitz right now. He's still got Crown of Seeds, I believe. I don't think they've unbanned it or rebanned it. Earth real good. 100 or 110 for the cold foil. Their last sold was like 70, 75. Makes sense to me. Vincent, the cold foil adult, she's doing well in the meta, or better than she had been. She's up to $700. I think some of these got delisted. We haven't had any sales. Just been creeping up there. So cold foil Vincent, it kind of shocked me at how high it was. Quick Dodge Flexors. Gravy's been running these, so kind of depleting stock. 175 for a rainbow foil is crazy. 230 for the cold foil. Just been... Wizard Shop. This is breaking news. As I refresh the page, Wizard Shop got a rainbow foil Quick Dodge Flexors for 130. That is $40 cheaper than the next lowest rainbow foil. Go for it if you're in for it. If you need those Quick Dodge Flexors. Crown of Providence. Let's see if we refresh this one. Is up to 179. Shout out to Paul, Transient TCG. Good headpiece in a 3 or 4 year old product at this point. There is the non-foil in Dust Till Dawn, but I think that's climbing as well. This headpiece is good. We got Pro Tour Singapore coming up next week. Or this weekend, just a couple days. So watch out for those. We should get quite a bit of spoilers. Hopefully a release schedule as well, because our release schedule ended at IRA, basically, IRA Armory deck. Pick that up if you're a new player as well. That thing is really good for a $40 deck just to pick up and play. And the cold foil is $250. Just not that many there's 20 listings total between the two. Not much to say. Sigil of Aether. Cilio is creeping up in the meta as well. Cold foil, or the Marvel, is up to 112.50. There's only a 2 placements left. One individual copy at 113. Then they go to 120. Then they go to 140. Command and Conquer. Wanted to bring this up. The Hunted Command and Conquer non-foil is up to $131 for a non-foil CNC from Hunted. Don't get me wrong, the art's really good. You can get a Arc Unlimited black border for 90 or a white border for 78. I didn't think the art would command this much premium, but look at this. Look at this. Unlimited rainbow foil for Arcane Unlimited. You can get rainbow foil CNCs for the price of a non-foil hunted CNC. I would buy these right now. I almost pulled the trigger a few times on these now. I think these are an absolute steal. I bought my set in December at Chicago for like $150 a piece, and this is about the lowest I've seen it for the rainbow foils. They're gathering price data, but I mean, look, they've been selling $150 pretty consistently, but people aren't buying that many. I think that's a steal. Anyway, Riches of Triple Donnie is up to $290. There's one lightly played and it goes to $295. Then $300. This one's creeping back up. Stock's kind of drying up on high seas. Not much being inserted back into the market. Sledge of Anvilheim is up to $28.44. I had to refresh. I knew that $3 one wouldn't stick very well. A couple got a deal here. Wow, somebody just bought that under my nose. Anyway, these are up to $28. I think this is off Guardian Hype. I do think this gets... I mentioned this on, I think, my previous video, that this... I thought this would be really good for Goliath because they have a 5 intellect and you have to convert the resources, but this comes down to a 3 cost hammer. I think you're looking more like an Anathos or something that buffs itself as opposed to the Sledge of Anvilheim with the 6 base, because I think weapons and equipment are cards you control, which is ability effects and does the half value. But correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. That's the way I interpreted it. I've gone back and forth on it, so if I got it wrong, either way, let me know. Scabskin Leathers, Rainbow Foil, Battle Worn, great equipment, action point cheats, up to $40 for the Rainbow Foil. I think the white border is like $30. There's a few left here, and then they go to 45. There's 3, and then they go to 45, and quickly to 50. Ancestral Empowerment. This was shocking to me. The non-foil Ancestral Empowerment from Welcome to Wraith is up to $18 a piece. There's 2 here under 20, and then they go to 25 for a rainbow foil. Honestly, a pretty good deal there. Then there's a whole playset at 25. Just absolutely insane. Syndra has going crazy. Also, Ira probably boosted this up a little bit, but I think Ira wants to run other stuff for the most part. I mean, I guess you're running the more aggro build. You can do this. Ghost Wave of the Second Whim, the Rainbow Foil is up to $10. Just Katsu doing Katsu things. Mage Master Boots, there is one Rainbow Foil here. I was thinking about picking it up, seller in a cart, for $1. $10 cheaper than the next lowest Rainbow Foil for Mage Master Boots. That seems to be the boots of choice other than Quick Dodge Flexors for gravy. Seems like a good deal. I'm going to back off on that one. Beckoning Mistblade, the cold foil is down to $6. I would still hold off on these. I don't think these are going to be used anytime soon. At the earliest, we won't see a Mist set until next year, would be my guess. At the absolute earliest, probably second or third set would be my guess. Zero spiked up, way up to like 245. It filled back in. There's one here at 144, 145. High sale price is 100, so we're still quite a bit over that. But we're down from Crazyland. I think this is probably a pretty reasonable price at this point. Rosetta's not easy to find anymore. Command & Conquer, the Fable, is down to 800. This is pretty much the cheapest I've seen it on TCG Player. It's a lightly played one. So $80 cheaper than the next lowest. Ratney slipped through the cracks. We're at that low sale price of close to $400. Might be worth picking this up if you're interested in Slippy. He's also doing very good in the meta right now. I have a Fidia slowly creeping down from its huge spike. It's at 450. Last sold is still like 525 just a couple weeks ago, so this seems like a pretty good deal if you're in the market for I have a Fidia. It is still got some downward pressure. I would say it's still going, but watch out for that. Conqueror of the High Seas. I wanted to point this out. The treasure pack went down a bit to 150. I think it was up to like 180. The Nationals promo is settled in at like 70. Let's see if there's any sales. A few sales. That probably has a little bit of downward pressure, but there's not that many play sets like listed together. The normal is down to 26, which is fantastic. Good job, LSS, on that one. $30 for the rainbow foil. Syndra, Drakaev, Retribution. The adult is down to 155. They're all probably lightly played. Look at just how many lightly played there are. The hunted marbles were pretty brutal opening them, especially Belgian print. So I don't. You can probably hunt for a near mint copy, but most of these marvels are going to be pretty chewed up. 155 for a hero that's doing extremely well in the meta, I think is pretty fair. Gno Quarter, extended art, down to 118. It was up all the way up to 200. I think previously was like 150, 120. So it's slowly creeping down there. I think this is also getting phased out a little bit. In some of the decks, people are taking out Whaler, and if you don't have Whaler, there's less reason to run Gno Quarter. But it's still a very good card. Cheating 6 resources is pretty insane. Anyway, Will of Arcana, the cold foil is down to 125. I think that's pretty fair for a cold foil Fable. We were up to like 150 just a couple months ago. 120 just sold yesterday, so 125 is I think fair at this moment. Golden Tipple, the yellow is down to 35. Was up to like 45, 50, something like that. Yeah, 55, 60. Tipple 9 Tipple seems to be the way to go in Gravy, so it does not surprise me that this card is so expensive. I think the red and the blue are still on the higher side that haven't really come down, so makes sense. Tip the Barkeep, another good staple in Gravy runs this for sure. I don't know about the other pirates, but Gold Kiss Rum is very strong. $52. It was up to like 60 or 70. It came down just a smidge. There's basically a playset here at 52, and then it goes back up to 60. And last but not least, Crown of Dominion Marvel is at 409 from its huge spike up to like 450. None have sold there. High sold was like 350. It's slowly creeping back down. This Marvel, I think, if it gets back to that 350, that'll be a buy price again. Because even before everything, this was like a $250 card at its like low. I think I won't go back to that. It'll probably at the absolute low I see this card going back to would be 300, but I think 350 would trigger some people to buy it. But just wanted to throw that out there. Thank you guys. Have a fantastic Tuesday. Bye.